doing business in Africa. You can't afford to be without Africa Investor.
In the interest of time, we're now going to zoom to Nairobi, Ngatia. So, Ngatia, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Herbert, and good morning, everyone. Just to start off with, my name is Ngatia Kirungie, and I run the Kenya Pension Fund Investment Consortium. Short is KEPFIC, and we are a consortium of local pension schemes that have come together to jointly assess and co-invest in a new asset class in our market, which is infrastructure, let alone green infrastructure, but infrastructure in general. And KEPFIC was created really to address a number of challenges, and the challenges around the lack of participation of pension schemes in this asset class. Primarily the lack of awareness of the opportunities in the first place, the lack of institutional expertise to assess the opportunities even where we are aware of them, the large investment sizes required, as well as elements such as regulatory uncertainty. We have approximately 27 members right now, with about $5.5 billion total under management, of which about 10% of that can go directly into infrastructure, or at least directly into an asset category called infrastructure. But there is flexibility to do a lot more in other investment categories. So we can go, anywhere up to even 30% of the assets that we are holding in, collectively. So I'm very positive about what everyone else has said before me. I would like to speak about what, as KEPFIC and as an asset owner forum within Nairobi, what our expectations are for the Africa Green Investment Bank, or Green Infrastructure Investment Bank. Well, the first thing is the mobilization of capital. First of all, it's important to note that, like I mentioned, we are relatively new to this game. We're relatively new to investing into infrastructure in general. And so being able to walk hand in hand with a credible institution like the AfGIIB would be very helpful to getting this, to actually achieving our mandate, which is to invest in at least $250 million in infrastructure in the next 2 to 3 years. So having a partner like the AfGIIB to work with us, to help us in deal sourcing, in assessing the opportunities with us, to build our technical capacity, and to help us with technical assistance would be very, very helpful. And it is a big positive for us where we are standing. But on top of that, I think the most important factor here is just the bankability of transactions. Working with a credible institution that will help with the commercial viability of these green investments that come our way is really critical, because, as has been mentioned previously, we manage the people's money, and we are not a concessional or a charity of some sort, and so we are answerable to our members who are looking for the right risk return balance. And so I think the work of the Africa Green Infrastructure Investment Bank would be really helpful in getting us to that point. And so I'm very keen in exploring the risk mitigation instruments that have been discussed, the first loss pieces, which are really important for us as conservative investors. Herbert, you mentioned the upfront refinance commitments, which do a lot to reduce the, let's call it, exit risk for our members or in any investment. Those are big ticks for us. I don't think it can be understated how important it is to hold our hand and to recognize our conservative nature at least at this point. So, the important thing is also to recognize that we know that as a developing country, we are probably going to be the hardest hit from climate change, unfortunately so. And so the need for an institution like AfGIIB to bring not just local capital together, but also capital from the region, from the continent, and globally is extremely powerful. And it's a very positive signal for us when we see regional and international players looking to co-invest with us in local opportunities. And that's a big box that's ticked in our mission to mobilize domestic capital. Thank you.
Doing business in Africa, you can't afford to be without Africa Investor.